figure like Donald Trump, the passion is so strong on either side, whether you're a supporter or whether you are a critic. And in this situation, a protester or disruptor of the Chicago rally that was set to be, that was in turn canceled. Dr. Ablow, help us get into the minds first of the protesters.
Well, I think many of those protesters may not know exactly what they're protesting in terms of the specific ideas to which they object so vehemently, apparently. Remember, this is the Facebook and Snapchat generation. A lot of these people want to participate in drama of any kind. But, listen, Donald Trump is very plain-spoken, and he does intend to change things. And if we thought that that change might come without any disruption, that's not going to happen, because Barack Obama promised to give this country away, to dissolve its borders, to weaken it, and people got used to that and figured that they could have what they want and that there wouldn't be any rules. And when you try to discipline people and reinstate a country as a country, people are going to object if they've been infantilized.
And Dr. Ablow, there's a lot of evidence that these were protests organized by professionals, MoveOn.org, Bill Ayers. What kind of a person, young person, on a Friday night is most likely to be manipulated by a group like MoveOn.org to go and incite something that ended up being kind of violent? Don't they have free will?
Really, these are empty people, right, who are looking to be filled up with anything, any drug. Protest can be a drug if it turns violent. If you don't know who you are, for what you stand absolutely, and you can't enunciate it as an autonomous individual, then you are fodder for anyone who does know what he wants and can take you along with him or with the organization. And you know, I gotta say, for Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio to essentially rubber stamp the idea that free speech should be shut down because a candidate that they don't like has said things in a very plain-spoken manner just shocked me. I was like thrown back in my seat. What? Like, they're saying it's a man's responsibility because he spoke out plainly that people become violent and try to shut him down from what he's saying? That's literally what they said. You know why people aren't violent at their rallies? Because they're not stirring anything up, because people figure things will go on just as they have.
Dr. Ablow,
there's nothing about which to get violent. They're just regular guys.
And we've heard from a lot of Trump supporters this morning saying, look, when we go to the events, it's peaceful and quiet. The only violence ends up coming from the protesters.
The Trump people, the Trump supporters are not mad at Trump. It's these people who are coming in from the outside who are causing the problems, right, Doctor?
Well, it certainly seems to be the case. And look, it seems always to be the tables getting turned. First, people say, look, this is a dictator. He's going to take away our rights. Well, look what really happens. He's not taking away anybody's rights. People are lining up. They got T-shirts, this, that. They're allowed to speak. They just can't get violent. And he's chased off stage. So the violent people who are looking to deprive people of their rights, including First Amendment, Second Amendment, etc., are the protesters.
Well, meanwhile, and Doc, we appreciate you joining us this morning, and we had live pictures this morning from Vandalia, Ohio, where Trump is getting ready to speak at a rally this morning. It seemed pretty peaceful, and people there's the podium, and people were lined up around the block, and it seemed pretty peaceful there in Vandalia, Ohio.
Yeah, enthusiasm seems strong.
See what happens.
All right,
Thanks, Dr. Ablow.
38 minutes.